Hey, we are doing exponential growth on the first day of school. Woo-hoo! New Year. Happy New Year. So, exponential growth, what is that anyway? It is an equation that looks like this. So, what is the A? The A is the starting value. And R is the percent. Actually, it's the rate, not a percent. If they give you a percent, you have to change it to a decimal. So rate as a decimal. And then T, of course, stands for time. So, what kind of problem could we have? We got a rare U.S. Post Office stamp from 1909 that is worth $1,000 today. Ooh, how about that? January 4th, 2021. It's worth $1,000 today. Yeah. So, I need to write a formula. So we'll do that. First thing, formula. Well, I know the starting value is A, so 1,000 has to go in front of my sentence. 1,000 right there. And then 1 plus, oh, it doesn't tell you. I forgot to give you the rate, comma, is increasing in value at a rate of 2.75%. Now we're done. Okay, write a formula. So what is the formula? Well, once again, we start with 1,000. 1,000. And then 1 plus the rate as a decimal. So if you remember, if this is 2%, you have to move the decimal 2 times to make a percent into a decimal. You have to move the decimal point 2 times to the left. Okay? So we'll look right there. That means this is 0.0275. Right? And then T stands for time. So this is the formula. All the numbers are in there. The present value and the growth rate, right? The growth rate. And I know it's growing because it's bigger than 1. 1 plus this is growing. And T stands for time. So if I wanted to know how much is it going to be worth, I don't know, 10 years? Let's say. We'll ask that question. What is the value, or what will be the value, probably a better English sentence, what will be the value in 10 years? Well, what do I have to do? Put 10 right here. Kaboom! Now, you need a calculator to work it out. So, let's just do that. See if this is going to work. I'm running out of batteries. I have to go buy some batteries. So I have 1,000. Let's zoom in on this. Might have to turn the light on so we can see that. There we go. Maybe if we zoom in a little more. There we go. Hallelujah. 1,000 parentheses 1 plus 0.0275 raised to the, what do we say, 10 years, right? 10 years. And so, boom. 1,000, what's it worth after 10 years? $1,311.65. Right? How much is this stamp? One little tiny stamp worth. Right? Ta-da. You know, this time here can go forwards or backwards. Because I could ask, oops. What was it worth 20 years ago? Well, what would I have to do there? Well, 20 years ago would be negative 20. I just put negative 20 as my exponent, and then, whoops, ha, yeah, right, there we go. So we got, what will the value be in 10 years? $1,311.65. What was it worth 20 years ago? Well, all I have to do is put the exponent to be negative 20. And I got it. Woo! So, let's put the calculator back here. And then we can zoom in on the calculator, and maybe we can do it right here. 1,000. And then parentheses 1.0275 raised to the negative 20. Kaboom! What is it going to be? $581, which makes sense, right? It would be less money if it's growing every year. Then it had to be smaller in order to get larger, right? So 581.25. So let's zoom back out. Look what we got here. What will the value be in 10 years? All I had to do was put 10 right here, work it out. What was it worth 20 years ago? I put negative there, work it out. Yeah. So what other kind of questions could they ask? Well, they could say, when? Let's see. They could also ask you this question. Where'd my phone go? There we go. When? Will the value be, when will the value top $2,000? Say the guy that owns this has been holding on to it for a while, and he wants to sell it whenever it gets to be $2,000. So how much longer? It's worth $1,000 today. How much longer? So we don't know this. We know this is 2,000. How much longer do I have to wait? How many years does this man have to wait in order to sell his stamp for $2,000? So we can do that two ways. Your calculator, you're going to love your calculator. And if you don't have a calculator, you have no excuse, because they are giving them away at Sabino. 1.0275 raised to the x power. Now look what I did. I typed it into my y equals. Now why would I do that? Because I can look at my table, and you see it'll tell me how much it's worth in 10 years, how much it's worth in 20 years, how much it's worth in 30 years, how much it's worth in 40 years. Well, I can see that it's bigger than 20. See, I've got, oops, you can't see, can you? I need to move this over here. There we go. At 20 years, it's worth 1,700. At 30 years, it's worth 2,000. So I need to change my counter. So if you don't know how to use your calculator, you type your equation in here, you raise it to the x power, right? Then you go to second window. See second window, this yellow thing says table set. Second table set, and I'm going to start at 20 and count by 1. So at 20 years, remember it was worth $1,700, and then at 21 it was 1,000, or at 22 it's 1,800, at 24 it's 1,900, and see 26 years. In 26 years it'll be worth more than $2,000. So when will it just top it? All right, so 25 years it was worth $1,970. And then in 26 years, so halfway between 25 and 26 is when it was exactly. But we can say in 26 years. 26 years. So let's zoom back out and see what we just figured out. When will the value top $2,000? In 26 years, right? Now, what is it? Today, right now, it's worth, today is 2021, so 26, that would be 2046, the year 2047. What am I saying? 2047. Ta-da. You guys will be what? 43 or 44 years old? You'll probably be parents even, huh? Married with children. Okay, that's how you do the growth one. And we'll stop and come back and do a decay one.